you maintain a passion for teaching despite obstacles, discouragement, or personal circumstance?
Well, I would say, first of all, that teaching is not something I do. Teaching is who I am, and I'm probably never going to stop teaching. I may leave the classroom, but I'm probably never going to stop teaching. And so I feel like, too, that the Lord has ordered my schedule, and so because of that, no matter what the obstacles are that come up, no matter, what we have to face, I know that this is the plan for me for right now.
And how do you persevere in the classroom in the face of challenging students?
Everybody has challenges, and I would say that a couple of things. First of all, I believe with all my heart that every child in the classroom is fearfully and wonderfully made. That, they all have gifts, they have talents, they have abilities, and part of my job is to help to find those. I also believe that most negatives are a positive turned upside down. For instance, we have children in the classroom who are talkers. They're always going to be talkers. I can't change that. They might want to talk the whole time that they're in class, but I have to look down the road and say, okay, are they going to be a reporter? Are they going to be a teacher, a preacher? Who are they going to be? And so my job is to channel that energy. Sometimes children lead in the wrong direction. They're still leaders. So it's my job to recognize that bent and then to help to bend it the correct way. And so I try to come alongside the parents and that all of us partner together to make that happen.
How do you maintain a passion for teaching despite obstacles, discouragement, or personal circumstances?
I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that teaching is more than an occupation. It really is a calling. If you enter into a job like this without a passion within, you're going to burn out very quickly. I think a lot, too, you have to be a lifelong learner to be a teacher because otherwise you kind of get behind the kids and you can never keep up with them. So for me, it's been a combination of being in a profession that is my passion and my calling, along with continuing to learn as I go through my day-to-day.
And how do you persevere in the classroom in the face of challenging students?
Well, I guess the same way I would persevere in the home in the face of challenging kids. There's got to be a balance of justice, mercy, and love. You have to be careful to remember that every discipline situation has to be a learning experience for kids. It can't just be about getting even or making them feel guilty. It really has to be about creating an environment where even in their failure and in their challenges that they learn that something good can come out of that, and you have to teach.
How do you maintain passion in your role as an educator despite obstacles, discouragement, or personal circumstances?
As an educator, I've taught in the elementary and middle school classrooms. I currently teach at the graduate level for Indiana Wesleyan University, and of course I'm a principal, and I'm in my 24th year as a principal, and I find that maintaining passion has not been difficult with me because I love what I do. It's something I decided as a very young person that I wanted to be an educator. I enjoy not only children and the learning process, but I enjoy working with teachers and helping them develop as professionals. So maintaining passion hasn't been difficult. The education field is changing so rapidly. There's always something new to learn, and I thrive on, how can we do it better? How can we create a learning environment? How can we train teachers? How can we inspire students to want to work at their very best? So I really enjoy that. I also believe in the mission of the school where I currently work. I've been a parent here and a teacher here and now an administrator here. And so the mission of our school and the excellence that is demanded here by ourselves and by our board and by the parents of our school inspires me. I also feel that it's not just something that I have to do on my own. The working environment and the people I work with, all the stakeholders in the school, particularly the teachers and the staff, but also the parents, the staff from Evansville Vanderbrook School Corporation that comes and works in our building, the students. I feel like we sharpen one another, and I feel like on a day when maybe I haven't felt as effective, other people on the staff are encouraging. I just feel as an educator we get to make a difference in the lives of kids. Sometimes we don't see the fruit of all that work. Sometimes they come back and we do get to see the impact we've made. But clearly this is one job where what we do, how we spend our time, how we invest in people really matters. And so it isn't difficult to maintain passion for that.
Okay. How do you persevere in your role as an educator in the face of challenging students?
Occasionally the education process can be challenging as a whole. With students, I guess I would say as a teacher and as an administrator, sometimes I've dealt with students who are struggling academically, struggling with behavior, with attitude. Sometimes I've walked alongside and worked with parents who are trying to help their child reach their potential. I would say that persevering is, sometimes it can be discouraging, yes, when you don't see results as quickly as you want. But persevering is worth it because you're investing in a person. And I think there's nothing more important in this world than investing in people. I think, I'm a Christian, and so I try to live in a way that I think honors God, and I think nothing's more important to Him than people in this world. So investing in students, in the learning process, working with parents, helping them, partnering with them in the process of educating their child is wholeheartedly important to me. Also, I think part of persevering means that you remain teachable. And I thrive on that. I think a good educator never stops learning. So I want to maintain teachability for myself so that I can inspire parents, inspire students. Certainly, as an administrator, I feel the most valuable thing I can do is to support my teachers, to provide good training for them, to stand alongside them, to help them when they're struggling. So perseverance is the sort of thing that I think we have to set our mind to doing. It is a process of continuing to grow as a person. And, a good teacher, a good administrator will model that for students because that's part of the learning process for them too.